Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today is December 22nd, Wednesday, and it's around 6 p.m. Pacific time. I'm here in California. Nice and cloudy today, which is kind of strange, but we're expecting some rain the next 3 days, so it's a nice time to bunker in and get ready for the holiday spirit. So everything's looking pretty good in the crypto market, I think, in my opinion, but we're going to dive deeper into that in a little bit. But before we begin, guys, I always love doing my intro, so welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today, we're going to be looking at the gaming, metaverse, and NFT marketplace. Now, there's a lot going on in this atmosphere, in this ecosystem, and there's a lot to share. And so before we begin, we want to make sure that the sound is good and that you guys can hear me. So if you are watching, please feel free to leave a comment down below in the comment section in the chat and just say thumbs up, great job, anything you want. Love hearing your comments. So before we begin, I'm just going to get set up here real quick. Have my glass of water, it's always nice. All right. All right, cool. Thank you so much. All right, so let us begin. So right now we're looking at the Metaverse section in CoinMarketCap, and we're just going to be doing an overlook of how the market's doing. So within the past 24 hours, what has been doing quite well? Well, other than these coins right here, I think ones that can really stand out are Poker, which is up 8%, Theta, which is up 7.62%. What else? My Neighbor Alice, this is a great metaverse world. It's up 6%. Axie Infinity is actually up 5%. So there's not like too much of a volatile movement going on right now, but there's still some growth that needs to be had. Another one that is here is Alien World, which is 4.74%. And by the way, they are invested by Animoca Brands, very bullish on them. But yeah, there's a lot of different things. UFO Gaming, which I'm really bullish on, Illuvium. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, and also Polka City. Now, let's just go into my next slide, which is the Fear and Greed Index. Now, you've probably seen a whole bunch of YouTubers online just kind of discuss Bitcoin, Ethereum, where's the market, yada, yada. So I don't want to like repeat what they're saying, but when I see that the market right now went from in the 20s to 30s in terms of the fear, meaning that it was right here in the orange, well, it's back at 45. And that's obviously because Bitcoin had broke out of its descending wedge. And if you don't know what that means, it's basically a trend that starts showing that Bitcoin is going to head either up or down. So in this instance, it was descending wedge, and then it broke out of that, which is nice because it allows us to have hope in that Bitcoin is not going to plummet and go to zero. And in my opinion, I don't think it's not going to go to zero. For me, the bull market is going to continue into Q1 and Q2 of 2022, and gaming, metaverse, and NFT market is exactly where you need to be in terms of your allocation. Now, recently on CNBC, they had a new, publicity around what crypto is going to look like in 2022. What I found really interesting about this perspective was one of the categories of the four categories was Web3. And Web3 is kind of a big thing right now because it's allowing us to have ownership. While Web 2 was about being able to interact, meet a community, and also basically have social media platforms and all that jazz. Web 3 transforms that, and obviously you get to have ownership around that. And so I feel like the news is really late to this game, but we know in this space we're way ahead of it. And if you're in the spot right now, you're in the perfect place for that. So Web3 is definitely going to be the future of 2022. Now, one of the things I think is going to be really strong is Solana. So Solana is a huge layer one blockchain that I feel very bullish on because it's everything that any other layer one blockchain wants to be in Strive. I think it's even better than Ethereum because of, well, we already know the transaction fees are cheap and the transaction speeds are very fast. Companies, or at least exchanges like Uniswap, plummeted in prices because no one wanted to pay the gas fees on Uniswap, and Uniswap we know is built on Ethereum. Recently, Uniswap announced that they're going to be working with Polygon, and so that should hopefully limit the gas fees in terms of that area. So that was just announced yesterday. I'm going to give it a shot on Uniswap to see if I can either swap or sell tokens without having to pay almost like the equal amount that I'm transferring in terms of gas fees. Another piece of news I want to share with you before we hop into gaming is this. Now, if you're wondering, is Tron a good investment because it's a layer one, I will say try to stay away from that. Here's one good reason, because Justin Sun, who is the founder of Tron, who's actually going to be stepping down pretty soon, if he hasn't already, just announced that he had won an auction to be a part of the Blue Origin space rocket, where he's going to be taking 5 people with him into space. And how much did that cost? Well, it costs $28 million. The reason I say, hey, don't invest in anything Tron related or Tron itself is because where did that $28 million come from? Are you saying that that's your profit and that's what you made? Yeah, the cryptocurrency market space is amazing, but I just don't think that this is right. That type of money to be in space is the type of toxicity that I don't like in our CEOs or founders. 28 million could be serving people who don't have enough food or have housing. You should use that money for good rather than trying to fly you and your buddies out to space. And whatever reason he tries to come up with, it's not going to be validated, because I just think that's kind of weird. So I'm just warning you guys, don't get involved in Tron or any Tron related projects, especially gaming. So just want to get that out of the way. Let's move on to the good stuff. Now, next up, we have Elio Trades. He just did announce on his own, basically his Twitter page. And this is, I'm showing you a trend here, right? He's saying that 2022 is going to be part of Web3, which we talked about, and that gaming will lead the charge. Because ownership of something is really good, and it's going to be going far beyond NFTs, right? It's going to become assets within games, virtual land within metaverses. That is huge. And so I think you should absolutely keep your mind in the loop, which gaming coins and which metaverse coins you should be in. So position yourself. Maybe some of the coins I'm going to talk about are those type of coins. Another person that talked about gaming was Coin Bureau. He says, I'm getting really excited about the blockchain gaming space. I think 2022, we can see an explosion of adoption. Digital Asset News, who you also know on YouTube, says, me too. If we have over 2 billion gamers in the world and they're playing the standard free-to-play model, how will they react when companies tell them they'll pay them to play the games? Play-to-earn crypto games can weather a bear market. The only thing you needed is quality games. So basically, once these games, these play-to-earn games that are being developed right now, once they meet their full capacity, once they're released and out of their beta stage, it's going to be completely a game changer. I think it's actually going to shake up the gaming industry. And I'm talking about AAA studios. I think they're going to catch on to this. They're going to fall behind, just like centralized banks who don't know how to adopt Bitcoin. Well, this is the same narrative. This is going to be the narrative for 2022. It's happening right now. The thing is, not many people understand this just yet. Like literally only 18 million people have roughly crypto assets in their portfolio. Guess how much the smallest percentage of those people are actually into gaming. So you're in the right place. So what's the next slide? I want to share with you GuildFi because it's up a whopping 36%. I've told you guys this coin is going to be an amazing guild. And yes, after its launch, it did take a dip. But if you bought down here as well, which you could have bought on, say, for instance, here, let me go ahead and scroll down. If you bought it on Gate.io or MEXC, you don't even have to pay a gas fee. It's amazing because, again, the only time you could have bought this was on Ethereum or on Uniswap. And so right now, it's already pumped up so much. And this is why I'm bullish on this coin. And it's still early for this GuildFi. Another thing about GuildFi is they recently announced they're investing in Sin City. Now, Sin City is a mafia-verse metaverse game. And it's still in development. They're actually selling some NFTs right now on Sin City. But Sin City did get involved with GuildFi, and Sin City is positioned really well. It has a lot of different investors that I'm really bullish on. They are great partners, great investors on the team, and some of them are YouTube influencers, which I don't need to bring up. But this is GuildFi positioning itself in the right way. So if you haven't already, in my personal opinion, GuildFi is definitely a great asset to have, and it's up to you to decide if you want to put a small amount or a large amount. That's up to you. I do not provide financial advice, just my opinion. Now, again, I talked about poker. Poker, guys, it's a market cap of only 8 million. I'm telling you, this game is underrated. And if I look at the overall chart, it's down, hitting in its support level of around 10 to 12 cents. Highest peak, 55 cents. In this next bull run, when it does happen, I'm not saying if, when it does happen, this is going to break past this all-time high. And I'm warning you right now, this is an asset to keep in your portfolio. It's so cheap anyways, you might as well have it. It's not like you're going to lose a lot of money. So with that said, don't put a lot down, invest wisely and invest safely. Don't put all your funds into one basket. You need to have some funds on the side to pay for your bills, but also to buy dips as well. So poker is definitely one asset I want you guys to look at. Next up is Polka City. Now it's down 6%, but it was up quite a bit today. It was literally, let's see here, let's go back to the daily chart. It was literally almost at $1. So it was up at that point in past 7 days. I bought in around 80 cents, I think it was around here, and it went all the way up to $1. And this is just retesting that level, right? We're at a dip. This is a great time to buy. Again, it's reaching these support levels right here. And so when you see opportunities like this, you have to keep in mind, like, what is it about this project that make attract people? Well, it's definitely going to be that this Polka City is a metaverse, and they're already selling NFTs that can be utilized to earn income for you. So if you want to buy a taxi NFT, then that taxi could make you money within that metaverse. And go in the marketplace right now, it's pretty unique. And yes, the prices are all over the place, but you guys should keep in mind, have some allocation to this as well. Again, market cap is 7 million. Always keep in mind, fully diluted market caps are very, very shifty. Usually we want a principle of these two to have the same amount, right? So if there's 7 million here, there should be 7 million here. So all this right here can be a forewarning that somebody has a lot of money staked into this. Is it a seasoned investor? We don't know. But just keep that in mind. Now, before I continue, I just want to go over the chat, see if we have somebody. Finn Sebastian says, VPP, other good virtual poker game with a juicy start. Ooh, I'm going to check that out. VPP. I think that's the virtual poker, right? Oh, yes. Virtue poker. Apologies for that. All right. So we have a 2 million market cap, fully diluted 97. It's not bad, actually. While this game has a total max supply of around 500, what does poker have? 1 billion. So this is why I love when you guys recommend things, because I like to look at coins that obviously have a lot of potential. The fact that this has half of the supply of poker is definitely to keep an eye out for. So what is this built on? All right, it's built on Ethereum. That's good to know. Currently at 19 cents, you could buy it on PancakeSwap, which is great, minimal fees, or you could buy it on MEXC. I prefer PancakeSwap because it's much faster. But yeah, I'm going to keep this available for myself, and who knows, maybe I'll allocate some funds to myself right now. But it's up a little less than 0.10%. So the volume is around 488,000. So it's, it's pretty good. I think that not much is flowing into this market. I'm going to check out the website real quick. All right. Finn Sebastian said, could be good to hedge your bets. That's very true. I absolutely believe that if you're going to try and maximize your investment, absolutely, I definitely agree with you there. Who is this person? Okay. Like literally, it's like poker. I like that. Okay, I'll check this out in a little bit. Thank you for that recommendation. Next up, I have D-Race. It's down 4%. D-Race is something that you can buy on crypto.com if you're interested. Feel free to use the referral links down below. Right now, it's still trading on a support level around $4. It does have some upside. Again, this is a game revolving around NFT horses, breeding, and making your horse worth more money. It's like the real world. And I think that's really bullish. So if this is something that you're interested in, I definitely think you should have some allocation to this as well. Moving on, RMRK. Again, I just dig this project so much. Literally 95% staked. The fully diluted and market cap are exactly the same. This is healthy. This is worth a lot. And you got to have some in your portfolio. You have to have some allocation to this. And so keep that in mind. This is something that you should definitely have in your portfolio as well. Along with Fate and Arena, my most bullish coin I feel is going to be a kick butt play to earn system. Now, they are sponsored by Animoca Brands, built on the Binance Smart Chain. That's nice and different. Now, their market cap is 545 million, but I think there's a lot to grow here. I think it could reach the $1 trillion. Again, it's really low, guys. You're going to miss this opportunity if you don't have some allocation to this. You can buy this on Gate.io or PancakeSwap as well. Moving on, we have Monkey Ball. Now, a lot of people have been requesting to me about Monkey Ball. Is Monkey Ball a safe asset to have? Because it just launched. And in my Patreon page, I did notify that when it did spike to around 0.04 cents, it went up to $1.34 when it launched. Some people bought it somehow around $1.80 and then it dropped, but it's not showing here in this chart. But just within the past 24 hours, it went all the way up to even $2, and then it dropped, and now it's kind of going back. So what happened here is that obviously people took their profit. So now that I understand that where this is, if it reached $2 and somebody took their profit, that means that there is a dump right here. And that means that this could be the next new supporting level. Could it go lower? Well, we're going to see for the next day or two, right? We won't actually know at this point. But I definitely think that this is a coin you should actually have a little allocation to. Because MBS is built on the Solana blockchain. And we know that Solana is going to be huge in the gaming world, in my opinion, along with Binance Smart Chain. And it's going to be just wicked. Monkey Ball, it's not fully complete. It's currently in beta, but when it does come out, you're going to lose it. You won't get prices at $1.64. I'll tell you that much. But who knows? This price could drop a little lower if it really wanted to. I'm just going to go back to the chat real quick because Casey Jennings says, "What's up, V? I'm bullish on D-Race. I used to work at a horse racing track here in Oklahoma City. Big money. Let's go." Yes, I love that. I love like that. That's the thing, guys, is that we take the real world and we put it into the metaverse world. So if you see the benefits of people, like some people can't acknowledge the fact that how a horse is worth so much. Well, if you don't understand it, then you're going to miss out, right? That's why people can make a lot of money off of horses. And where knowledge comes in, it shows so much benefit to you to get in early. So Casey, that's a really good point. I mean, D-Race, I'm very bullish on, and I'm feeling really good about it. But yes, dude, thank you so much. It's good to hear from you, by the way. So Monkey Ball is another token. And I definitely just want to share this next thing real quick, just because one of my YouTube comments wanted me to reach out about the whole Comey thing. Now, Comey, if you don't know, is a token that you can get, I believe, let me see here, Omi token. It used to be on, let's see, Omi, CCC, where is it? Omi is on Gate.io. And I used to have it on Bitforex, but I stopped using that, but Gate.io. If you don't know, Comey is the OMI token for this new app. It's not really new, but it's called the VV app. The VV app is an NFT marketplace. And right now, one of the things that a lot of the people using that program or the app itself, they've been trying to find a way to transfer their NFTs out of that space. So they're going to work with Immutable X to migrate those NFTs out of that place. And I think it's going to work. And with that said, that means that people can start making money on Immutable X, and they can actually, withdraw their money because you can't do that on the VV app. So I have looked into this, and if you know what Immutable X is, Immutable X has basically all the NFT marketplaces. Basically, they're taking NFTs from Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and other marketplaces, and they're trying to bring it to this hub. And that way you can buy, say for instance, an Ethereum NFT for a really cheap, like just basically a cheaper fee. And you don't have to deal with like OpenSea where the fees are just way too high because again, built on Ethereum. So this is trying to take that out and make it cheaper. One thing that I want you guys to look at is basically the NFT marketplace for Gods Unchained. And just because I feel that this is going to be huge in the very near future. And right now, each project under the rare category, if you go here, I would suggest rare because I can't find anything under Mythic, I think. Yeah, there's nobody listing under Mythic. So look under rare. These are some great buys. Now you can buy with Ethereum. There's other ones that you could buy with the Gods Unchained coin. So you can go ahead and pay it that way, and that way you can hold these collectibles. Now this is based on the Magic the Gathering. The designer for it came from that company. So if you're into that type of thing, this may be for you. But if you're not, maybe you don't need to invest in it, because I don't want you to invest in things that you feel are basically a huge risk, because you need to connect with it. Because if you connect with the project, then you're willing to hold it longer. You're not just planning to flip it, right? So definitely keep that in mind. If you want to shop for NFTs, go to Immutable X. They're already starting to migrate, and the VV app will allow OMI holders. I'm sorry, the VV app will allow their users to transfer their NFTs here, and that's going to happen soon. What else do we have? I want to share with you guys the Rumble Kong League. Now, this is a new NFT project that's kind of a new hype right now. Alex Becker is definitely one of those people. But this is supposed to have some integration. It's not just, having an NFT of just an ape, right? By the way, they're supported by Animoca Brands. We know how bullish we are on that. And I'm trying to show you this demonstration of kind of how it works because they do have some great video. I just don't know where it is. But if you're interested in getting involved in the NFT space and you want to buy one of these ahead of time, just know if you go to the Buy Now button on OpenSea, this is for this project, you'll notice some of the prices for this have gone up quite a bit, but fairly these I think are cheap. Just because it's very early on in its stages, and soon these prices will go into, I don't know, maybe the 15 ETH, 55 ETH. That's how crazy it is. Now, with this said, these projects are quite expensive, so if you don't have the funds for it, don't do it. Save your funds, maybe save that worth of 3 Ethereum. Just keep the Ethereum. Why try to flip a project if you don't know how well it's going to do? Yeah, so anyways, I'm going to go back to the chat, see if anybody's commenting. All right, everybody's still watching. Perfect. Want to make sure we didn't miss anything. Another project is My Pet Hooligan. Now, they had an NFT sale recently on this website where they minted these characters, and based on a certain price, you're randomly given one of these rabbits. Now, what's interesting about this is that it's actually a game in some way. So these NFTs are actually going to be part of something big. They're going to be part of a gaming ecosystem. So in this project, it's kind of showing you a demonstration of kind of how the gameplay works. So obviously, everything looks so amazing. I wonder if it's built on Unreal Engine, but it does look beautiful. Now, anybody can create game concepts and just kind of show you what a game could look like. But this actually looks kind of fun because there's actual cities and places where you can actually play a pet hooligan. And if you go to their marketplace, I mean, their prices are quite up there. Let's see here. Is this the one? Yeah. So right now, the price for these is actually pretty reasonable. It's about less than half an ETH. And, obviously they have very similar designs within them, but who knows if these prices will go up over time. Again, if you have half an ETH, I actually do believe that this could actually be a good investment for you. This very early on in stages, so if you take that the gaming market's going to be amazing this year, or this upcoming 2022, this is going to be huge. So yeah, this is great. This is an all overview effect of everything I just kind of want to share with you guys. Juicy stuff that I just want to get off my chest and just share with you. But yeah, that is the overall market. So guys, with that said, I want to answer your questions. If you have any questions in the comment section, please leave it in the chat. Let's go ahead and look at some coins. And if you have any questions about other things, I definitely want to be able to answer them. So I'm just going to tune it into you guys while you get a drink of water. That is delightful. All right. All right. Yes. Any questions, guys? I'd love to help. I'm here, available. Blocktopia, 11%, up 24 hours. That's pretty good. Any Blocktopia holders out there? Let's see here. Ultra is at 9%. Mobox up 4%. Yield Guild Games up 3%. That's not bad. All right, guys. Any questions? Just leave a comment in the section. Aurora up 1%. So obviously the gaming market isn't all the way up there just yet. If we look at the market cap overall, I mean, we were still in the 2.2 range. We were at 2.5 not too long ago. Bitcoin taking a breather. But guess what? Solana still up 0.65%. All right, Finn says Solana gaming NFTs to keep an eye on. I would say let's go to Solana art. .io, I think that's the name, solanaart.io. So there are some projects in here that I think you guys should keep an eye out for because again, they're going to be merged with Space, which I have to go find because I haven't been on this website in a while. Where is it? Aurora, definitely a place to look for NFTs. They are quite high right now, but there is one that I think you guys should look at, not that I'm suggesting that you buy in, which is it Crypto Caveman? I hope the price is still cheap here. Yeah, so they're coming out, they're in the development of a new game, and right now these NFTs are quite cheap at the moment. And soon, kind of similar to Soul Chicks, the price could spike up with that. So if I go to Soul Chicks, now Soul Chicks used to be really cheap. It used to be like, I don't know, like less than half of a Solana. And because the game came out and their IDO, which made record highs, which was also kind of sketchy to me, their NFTs ended up boosting in price as well. I don't know if you noticed, but now it's more than 8 Solana. So that's definitely a project to look out for. But again, Crypto Caveman could be, a hidden gem to look for, just because it could actually benefit you in some shape or form. Let's see here. Chain Myth, I heard is going to be a game as well. And if we go there, it looks like the cheapest, well, we're not looking for recently listed. Let's look at the lowest price, right? It's around 2 Solana. So that could potentially be something. Again, I haven't actually looked into the game itself, but it's pretty bullish to me. What else is there? I think there's Genopets. Genopets is a great one as well. And currently, oh my lorsh, it is at 12 Solanas. I just remember when this thing used to be maybe around 4 Solanas, which I thought was pretty expensive because they just had an egg. It wasn't hatched yet. It didn't show you which animal you had. But yeah, it's just crazy how much it skyrocketed. This NFTs in Solana art, if you think that their game's going to be great, you should actually get their NFT. So that's just my point of view. JA says, what's your profit-taking strategy? All right, well, that's a great question. Let's look into the overall chart. So say, for instance, with gaming, right? My strategy for this next bull run is, for me, my narrative is that we're living in 2022 and that gaming, Metaverse, and NFTs are going to do quite well, unless there's a black swan event. What does that mean? Another COVID outbreak, or war ends up happening, knock on wood, or we decide to stop printing money, raise rates in the United States. Who knows? Like, anything could be a black swan event. But even with that, I still think cryptocurrency is here to stay. I think it's great assets. Even if everything takes a 80% sharp correction, I'm going to be buying up tokens, right? But with that said, I do want to answer your question. So for me, the profit-taking strategy is for these coins. When these coins, a lot of them are low right now. They're taking a breather. The entire gaming market, Metaverse market is taking a breather. So people are buying the dip right now. And then once we see this parabolic move, that said, with the parabolic move, gaming coins could either be decoupled from Bitcoin or they can continue to be bullish beyond Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin is such a scarce asset, but gaming and crypto is also a scarce asset too, if you think about it, in its own ecosystem. So what I plan to do is that I plan to take profit when we reach what I believe is new tops. So say, for instance, you put $100 in Sandbox. So when you start to see uptrends, when you start to see the price go up and up and up, you have to start taking those profits. So I'm going to try to use an example here. So say, for instance, we're at this point and we buy at the bottom, right? We don't know if the market's going to go up or not, but all of a sudden it starts going up in a parabolic move. Well, that's when you need to cash out on some of your investment. So I would say, if you put in 100, take out 25% of that, which is $25, so that you can start recouping your principal investment. And then, you don't know if it's going to dip or not. That's why you want to hold some bags. If it continues to go up and you end up selling your whole bag, you may regret it, right? But if you sell 25% of that every time you're going on an uptrend, because again, everything that goes up must come down. So if it does come down, then you shouldn't even be buying in at that point. You should just hold on to the assets because you want to make in your mind a big purchase in some way, shape, or form. I mean, up here at these cents, I would put a large purchase, but now because we're in the $5 range, I wouldn't put as much. I'd be speculating. But Sandbox is a large market cap, so that's different. I'm talking about lower market caps. So you have to keep taking 25, 25, and then how much do you have left, right? So basically, you not only made your principal investment back, but you're leaving some for profit taking. And like, again, everything always takes a dip. That's just kind of how it works. So always take out your principal investment out. That's how you make your money, so that you're not emotionally destroyed if you see things take a dip. You're like, oh, well, guess what? I still have a small bag in it. No problem. If it takes a really sharp dip, I'm buying in. And that's kind of how it goes. So I really appreciate your question about that. Is there anything else that you guys have that you want me to share with you? Because I only have so much time. I want to be able to answer your questions. And yeah, I don't often do live chats. So yeah. Taking a swig of water. My gosh, I've been talking forever. All right. Only 2 more questions, guys, if you want, or else I will hop off. But guys, I do appreciate everything that you've contributed to this channel. Thank you so much for your questions. All right. All right, cool, guys. Well, I think that's about it. I think that I am going to clock out now. But guys, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, I just got a question from GA. Sorry. No worries. Any ZK roller projects other than the main ones like Matic seems to be the new narrative coming from crypto influencers. I will mention something about ZK rollups. What's a good one? I'm just going to use Immutable X, for instance, right? So the thing is with ZK rollups is that, listen, they're like the band-aids of Ethereum. They're trying to solve the solution of how do we do these transactions faster, cheaper. I don't think that these are the solutions. Because Ethereum is it's a first generation blockchain. It has some errors because Solana, Avalanche, even Terra Luna are already doing what it's doing, and they're eating up its market cap. And I personally, in my perspective, I've been debating if I want to invest in Immutable X or any ZK roll because honestly, I just don't think that. I don't know. I just don't think that they're gonna solve the solution. There are already competitors who are already doing what they're doing, and they don't need to have some additional ZK rollup. Now, when I see other influencers out there push for ZK rollups, I don't really understand it. But the thing is, a lot of them are Ethereum bulls. That's what I've noticed a lot. And when they were asked a question, which I'm not going to name names, when they're asked a question about, why don't you just choose Solana? They don't actually directly answer the question. And I get a little worried that they are Ethereum maxis or OpenSea maxis or whatever that world is, right? I mean, to be fair enough, I'm kind of a Solana maxi. I love everything built on Solana, so I will admit that people can make fun of me for that as well. So everybody has their own thing, and I don't want to diss on any ZK rolls, but they're just band-aids, right? They're not actually solving the main problem, right? And while there's Polygon to help with that, I just personally don't even invest in Polygon. Polygon's getting into gaming, but Binance is much better than Polygon. So is Solana. So I don't know. And Polygon's been around a lot longer, and I just feel like they haven't caught up. So, anyways, David says the Thane Arena 10x. All right, let's go check that out. All right, I think I already have it up here somewhere. Yeah, Thane Arena. Again, Thane Arena is at a really good price. It's again to me, the next new Axie Infinity. If you don't believe me, don't believe me. I will see you at the end when we are in the next new bull run. But oh my gosh, I love Thetan Arena. It's just something about it. Now, there is some speculation around their user base, which I will address right here, right now. Now, when you go to the, oh my gosh, they have 8.8 million users. Now, people have been kind of criticizing Thetan Arena. They say, how can that be possible? You know, how can they have 8.8 million users while Axie Infinity has maybe 2.5 to 3 million? How's that possible? Axie Infinity has been there longer. Now people are speculating that there are bots, which is completely fair. If you wanted to make money and you knew the technology, but you didn't want to do the physical work, well, you get bots to do it for you. And so people are complaining that majority of these are bots, and players inside the game realize that bots are playing against them. So it makes them a little bit, I guess you could say, fishy, right? Like, are these real? Well, just compare it to a CPU, right? It's just computer generated character who's there to fight against you. It's, you know, it's not a real human. So that's completely normal. That's what keeps the game going. That's what keeps users keeping to play the game. So I'm not against it. That's why I love Thetan Arena so much. So anyways, Colton Haney says, I'm pretty sure that the Polk market cap is wrong on CMC. Okay, let's check out CoinGecko then. All right. Are you talking about Polk markets? Or are you talking about let's see here. What is it? Are you talking about Polka City? So let's look at Polka City. I don't know if that's what you're referring to. All right, well, I gotta close some of these to see here. Polka City. Let's go to CoinMarketCap. Market cap is 7 million. Whoops. I have way too many windows open, guys. Hold on. Let me close these windows real quick. Way too many windows. It just helps my mind to function. I'll just tell you that much. All right, so coin market cap. Yeah, Finn's also agreeing with me. Is it Polsy or Polk? If you're talking about Polka City, it's POLC, right? That's the symbol. All right, so see here. Oh my gosh, I am a fool. I am so sorry, guys. CoinGecko. POC. Come on now. Sorry for the technicalities. My gosh. Wow, would you look at that? The market supply is completely different. 7 million in terms of market supply. And then over here, it's saying 40 million. Well, my gosh, there is a technical error going on here. And we don't really know what that is. Let's look at the Binance scan. This is where you can kind of view what's going on right here. Total supply right now is 33. All right. Amount of holders there are. Someone owns around 19%. And then let's go to analytics. Let's see analytics. See here. Looks like the volume's been quite low in terms of purchasing power. Contract. I mean, yeah. Anyways, if you guys are ever interested, this is a great. These are great websites where you can actually see everything that's going on in the ecosystem. People are buying in quite a bit. But yeah, you're right. There is a bit of a gap between those two. So if CoinGecko is true and it's at a 40 million market cap, I'm still pretty bullish on this coin. Actually makes me feel better that it's 40 million compared to 221 million in terms of fully diluted market cap or fully diluted valuation. Because honestly, these two, it was kind of like too far off, but I was okay with that because I felt like there was something off there. But I really dig it. Okay, so Finn Sebastian says, letting Rainmaker Games settle for a little bit. Let's see here. I hear about Rainmaker Games, and I know that it was on Copper launch when it was being released in terms of its auction. Now, it's at 60 cents right now, currently at 89 cents. Well, where can you buy it on? Oh, PancakeSwap. Yes, get it on PancakeSwap. I hope the whole Uniswap Polygon partnership worked out so these gas fees are going to be gone. Now, the thing is, I don't know what the market cap is, and that doesn't help me understand if this is going to be a good project to invest in. Now, if I'm looking here, it's definitely going to be a great buy to have because you have funds like Alameda Research and Animoca Brands involved. So those are great partners to have. I don't really know much else about this. I know Axie Infinity was going to get involved, but let's see here. Let's go back up. I don't really have anything here. It's not enough information. It's just a website, right? Anybody could build a website. But I'm not interested in Rainmaker games just yet. There's nothing pulling me in. I'm digging GuildFi a lot more. GuildFi is a great guild. It has great partnerships. I'm personally, in all transparency, invested in GuildFi, but it was up 30% today, and that just goes to show you how much progress they're making, and they're partnering up with Sin City. What is this? Massimiliano Christian says Vask Tech. I don't know what that means. Am I gonna type this in? Yeah, I'm gonna type it in. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Well, thank you. I don't know what you mean by that, but thank you. Poke will be good if dot pumps been accumulating a bit. Dot narrative. Yeah, I mean, Polkadot has that parachain going on, and I think that's really cool. I don't know how that's going for them right now, but I do think that they are heavily undervalued in that shape or form. Okay, so guys, I think I will leave it there. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. This is an amazing opportunity to get into the gaming metaverse and NFT world. And if you haven't already, be sure to be a part of the big time NFT marketplace. I've already posted a video about that, and it's going to be quite huge in my opinion. If you haven't bought the land already, you should really look into it because I think it has a lot of potential of making new profits for a lot of different people. It's already selling out so fast. Just look at the supply. I mean, we're losing it. This is virtual land. This is NFT property assets. You need to acquire these before they sell out. So just look into it. I hope you guys make good investments in the future. But right now, I wish you luck, guys. Again, be sure to like, subscribe. Be sure to join our Patreon page if you haven't. I like talking to you guys, and we always talk as a group on there. But yeah, things are looking good. And so guys, with that said, I will see you guys next time.